What's up everyone, welcome to my new reaction video, and today I'm going to talk about ESCZ 2022, which honestly it's super strong year, and it just shows that we established in here a really good and strong platform. As well, it means that we are able to attract artists to send their best songs to us. As well, it means that Eurovision here is not a harsh word anymore, period. This is the third time, maybe fourth time in a row we showed in here that this market is growing, that the Eurovision brand here is growing, and then we take it super seriously because we want to take part in the contest. Our artist wants to take part in the contest, and this year is very special. I still don't know who to vote for. If it's a good sign or not, I don't know, but I listened to all of those songs probably a million times already, but I of course made my first impressions on them. I of course made second thoughts, which were made based on live performances the Czech TV made, and then I took 6 days to make this final summary. Alright guys, and let's start with the number one at the app, because you can vote with the app. You can vote with the app, and the first one is We Are Done. Here are my first thoughts. Where am I now is at Eurovision listening the anthem, because this is what the song is. I'm super surprised about this. It's extremely catchy. It got me, goosebumps. That's the first song which got me goosebumps. I'm impressed. This must be great live. Very visual, of course, but what the hell? I've just listened. My mind is blown away right now. I'm really glad that we have live performances to see, because that will tell a lot, and that will even can change the game a lot. Okay, after the first listening, I completely fell in love in this, but then I saw the live performance. What was my thoughts after the live performance? Okay, where am I now with my thoughts right now? The voice, it's the same like on the record, which is great. She can sing, wow, it's great in the way how she sang. Definitely it shows something about the stage presence, which there is definitely a space to work on a lot. Song-wise, it's great. Why this guitar violin thing taken as that, the impression from this is great, because we know that this girl can sing. I had a lot of time to think about this thing, and this is pure gold in the way of studio version. The most shocking thing I heard, most surprising in a very good way, and I'm really glad that something like this anthemic happened in here in Czech Republic, and that's something I couldn't even imagine happened, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I like the song. The only thing I have a problem with is that I like it more in the studio version than live. If I see it live and I see how it's made and I compare it with the rest, this is the least attractive visually, I would say. Not because of the people involved, but because somehow the stage presence, or the whole dramaturgy or the concept of this live version, which is the most important for me, didn't click that much. But the song itself, it's still great. My mind is confused, and of course it still doesn't mean I wouldn't vote for it. But let's talk about the next song. So the second is Judy. I was very curious what she's gonna bring in, as we were in the contact before the contest happened. I'm glad that she took part of the contest, because she's a different artist than the rest in the group. All of them are different, but the approach is more experimental, sometimes shocking, sometimes weird, different. Jezinky, how it's called, the new song, really took my breath off. This is definitely diversity here, because that's far away from the rest. We have the possibility to hear. It's experimental, more interval act song than the impactful song, which I think Judy has in her portfolio already. I expect something very different. I'm definitely not disappointed, and I'm glad that we have such song in the selection. This is good, kind of, but I'm confused by it as well. because it doesn't fit anywhere, and I'm really curious how it's gonna be live. Okay, after the first hearing I was like, I kinda like it, or you know, I don't know what to think about it, because this is definitely not the song which I super enjoy in my headphones on the way. Normally I don't skip it when I'm listening to it. As well, I'm not focusing on it that much. But when I see it live, this is a whole different story. This is fantastic in a way. Definitely this style of staging ambient thing fits it. It as well seems that Judy really took it perfectly seriously. She didn't risk anything. She did full in with the atmosphere, with the costume. It's visual. It's fantastic. It definitely burns into your eyes and you want to see it, think about it. It's much better impression that just hearing the song. It's not enough for this. This is audio-visual thing, definitely, and I love it. I love it. I was struggling maybe that auto-tuned too much effects on the voice, but that's the song is what it's about. But then of course we can hear that Judy can sing live. I wouldn't mind if this goes to Eurovision. That would be awesome. Everybody will remember it, and it's something different, which I like. If this is something she would like to do, it's her stuff, kind of weird maybe, I wouldn't mind this represent us at Eurovision. Wow, I'm okay with that. It's full package thing. It's full package thing. And that's just the first impression. This is a big surprise for me because it's full package thing live, and this is I think how you should approach the live performance, how to show that you take it seriously, that you thought about it, that it has dramaturgy, it has a drama, it has, you know, all the development you want, so you can't stop watching it. And you're watching it all over again and again and again, and for the 5th time or 10th time or 20th time you see it, you still want to watch it again. It's kind of inspiring, it's kind of nice, it's already done. And something like this can be at Eurovision stage. I can already imagine it 100%. This is how you approach national selection, I would say. This is how you should do it, even in the very small package Czech television offers to us and to artists. For me, this is the biggest surprise in the way how charismatic it is and how it can stuck in your head, how the picture can stuck in your head, because not just the sound and the voice and the whole song, but as well the visual. You can just, you know, instantly be there. And that's what you want. Next song. Number 3 is Annabelle. The number 3 as well for voting if you like the song. I'm really glad that she took part of ESCZ 2022, and I really hope this is not the last time she's doing it, as I think she's the one of the artists from the pop scene. She has a very bright future ahead, and not just in our country, in Czech Republic, but maybe Czechoslovakia and maybe other regions, which I would be really glad for, as she's doing what I really like, the very current pop music, very good sound, everything is very professional, including music videos. She's fresh, she has something which is very important, originality kind of. She has those face tattoos, confidence, as well as kind of normality, which I think that's something which is very important nowadays. And I kind of like all of their songs, but you know, we are running out of time. I feel I didn't waste any second on listening to this. Annabelle, very good. Everything just go making me happy, as well as do something with my body. It's not just a good mood listening, it's more, and I felt most of emotions right now. For me, first impression, the best song I've heard so far. Okay, the first impression is the first impression. Definitely the song was mastered really well. The studio version is something I'm still listening and I'm still interested into it, and I really like it on repeat, but I was very curious of the live performance, so here are my thoughts. Wow, that's great energy, it works. I just, you know, it works. It's again, I would say full package. Okay, maybe you can say it's Avril Lavigne revival kind of stuff, but I don't really care. First of all, I love Avril Lavigne a second time. This is the energy, you know. This is just the energy, the style. The song is catchy. It works live, and it will be good for staging as well, because it gives you a plenty of variety how you can do it. She's not afraid to go full in with the energy she has, and it's believable. I don't feel it's trained, somehow practiced. It's natural, and when you have this kind of feeling, it's a good feeling, I would say. I better like the studio version in here because it's very polished, but the live version has the energy, and Annabelle's shown that she really can stand the stage. It works. She has charisma. That's the gift. That's actually the gift, that not everyone has it, and not everyone feels that confident on stage. Even maybe she wasn't confident, I don't know that, but I felt to be there with her. I can't stop watching her, and even maybe her voice isn't the strongest one. It definitely is strong enough to deliver, and to deliver the atmosphere of the whole song, and for me it's a big thumb up. As this is not an easy task. Of course, there is a lot of work to be done before the big Eurovision, because this is not the ideal staging, I would say, but the energy here, that's the ideal thing to start with. But we'll see if she's gonna get there. We'll wait for the final summary. Next song. Number 4, Alice Mraz, Emma B. Emma B, I don't know. I'm glad that she returned, because last time she was there with Chisty. I really like the song, and I knew that she can deliver live. She delivers again very similar song. What was my first impression? Check it out. I feel good being in your skin for 3 minutes. Alice, wow, better than last year, 2 years ago. It's more catchy, very predictable, but in a very good way, and even stereotypical in a way how kind of flat the song predictably is, but in a very good way, because I can immediately dance. I can feel the vibe. You're rapping, that's fabulous. I like it. I like the tone, rhythm, the flow. This is great. I love it. I'm pretty sure that this would do super well at Eurovision, because it has as well the topic, a good one, even maybe overheard a million times, but I understand it, and I got a good feeling about it, and I danced. I was there all the time. Good job. First impression, I was very impressed. I must say this was a song I listened a lot first 3 days. But now I'm skipping the studio version, kind of, as the reggaeton, it's not my cup of tea. Anyway, I really like the energy of the song, but you know, it doesn't matter what I like in my ears. The important thing is how she delivered live. Stage presence awesome, the song's great, I would say. That's the whole generation thing. I think it will make everybody dance. There's no doubt about Alice's voice from the past. Now, whenever she can do it, there's a good energy of it. Even it was again kind of full package thing with the dancers, and that's needed. And I think that's the first, after Judy, actually second one, where the visuals of this live performance really worked out. I just, you know, been there whole time. Okay, that was my first impression on live performance. She can do it, you know, she can do it. If she's gonna win the contest, I'm okay. The song itself, it's very strong again, like all of those songs in this contest, and it has the vibe which can attract everyone. I'm not sure this is the hit or not. Definitely it's a very good song. It has everything. It's the structure of it. It's how it should be done. Very polished, and I have nothing to say against it. As well as like Judy was taken professionally, seriously, with the dancers, with the dance move, with the atmosphere. I don't know how was the condition where it was shooted. Well, there is a lot of work how to make it much better. But in terms of Ellie's choreography, that worked well. It's a good fundament for do even better on a big stage, which I think this is a possibility to be there. It's a full package thing, and I have nothing to say against. Even it's maybe not too much a cup of tea for me. As well, it's surprisingly very good, and I like to watch it. The Valentines. What an intro. No, I'm really glad those guys took part of ESCZ at Czech Television, give them a chance, because their funky style is something which is like a drug, you know. You're obsessed with it, you think you don't like it, you don't want it to hear it again, and well, what's gonna happen? You're there again, you're watching their weirdness, kind of, we don't give a fuck, we are here because we just do things like this and it's fun. And that was my first impression. It's good. This is something what has the patterns of the band. If you know it already, you would definitely say it's them, which I think always it's a good mark, it's a good sign of the band. On the other hand, first impression, very realistic. I think it's a bit repetitive. It's good vibe song, which maybe missed something, but maybe I missed something. That's just the first impression. It was them, definitely them. They're true to their heart, true to their creation, what they're normally doing. And I think if you like the song, you're gonna like every song they have. And for them, this chance to be there, to be shown to the world, it's something very crucial in a way that if you're becoming their fan, you have the battery of songs for them already and you're probably become their fan forever, not just for one song. This is one of the best things that can happen to the artist, that you show the fans the best from you, but which is still you and not nothing else. And they didn't make song just for Eurovision, or maybe they did, but they still are true to themselves, which I like. But did I like the live performance? It's the most funny act, I think, in the contest we have in ESCZ. It's a guilty pleasure watching it. Weird vibe, total weirdos. I love it. I love it. It's the full package, very different vibe than the rest. It's like they don't take it seriously in a good way. Like they do, but they don't at the same time. It works on stage. Something like this would definitely work at Eurovision on stage. It's another really great good song. Very authentic, and very authentic vibe is going from those guys, which I think that can really serve them well if somebody will see those videos, because you must see it. This is just much better than listening to the song itself, when you just see those guys doing those weird moves, especially the main singer. Cool. Well, you just cannot not love those guys. You just can't. They're just strangely weird, and the song is good, and you definitely want to stay, not to go. You want to see it, listen to it, watch it again. And this can be I'm not sure if they're dark horse of this contest, but if this is going to Eurovision, I am pretty sure it will work well. It's natural, it's them, and it's them by heart, so you can feel it from the song. It doesn't act like it's something else. As well, it still has the quality, good quality of delivery. You just like to observe it, and you definitely will remember the chorus. You will definitely even remember the weirdness of it. The natural weirdness. It's not like weird for being weird. It's just weird because they're weird. Weird looking guys, which I think that's a great trademark. Actually, please guys, keep this attitude. I really love it. It's funny to be part of, even as a viewer. Next song. Jordan Hatch, Emma Smetana, By Now. By Now. This is my first impression. My first impression is it's a good atmosphere, good mood, good feel-good song, and that's it. I honestly, at the first listen, I expected more of a elevation of the song, more of a change, twist or something, but it's a flat thing, bass kind of, it goes nowhere in my opinion. I expected more from this, but still it has something catchy in it. It's very predictable, which I think it's good because you can immediately sing it. The second verse, you already know kind of what you're gonna do, and that's it. I wouldn't say it's disappointment. Definitely not a good disappointment. Good sound. It sounds great. Those two voices very different. I love you, both of you guys, of course. But to be really honest, even with me, I expected more. I think you have better songs on your playlist. There is something about the song which I think it's very good. It always get my attention. It always get my attention when I hear it, when it starts to play. I always like, wow, this is a good song. Problem I have with this song, let's check the live performance. Most authentic voices, I would say. It's like less post-production, was made in here, which made it more authentic than the rest. I have a problem with the song, and that's it's too long. If it's a minute shorter, I would be in it, love it, feeling it. But it's too long for me, because it's still the same, it doesn't go anywhere. Definitely there must be much, if they're gonna win, and they can, there must be a lot of work done on the staging to, you know, to build this connection between each other, because it didn't work in here. It was a bit distracting. That's because they didn't even have enough cameras, I would say, for it to build it or to have this. It's hard. It's hard. Duets are hard. I would recommend to have it much shorter and give me more compressed atmosphere. Very long and has no development. Even after a week of listening, this is something I always listen with focus for like, I don't know, a minute. But tops, because it's still the same in my opinion. I don't know whose decision was to send 3 minutes 33 seconds long song, as this anyway, if this wins, needs to be 3 minutes tops, but it lacks of atmosphere for me. I think they try, and I'm sorry guys, but that's how it feels, that you try to make it very intimate, but it doesn't really work that way. I don't see it there. I don't see the chemistry. It seems like you learned how to make it, but somehow it's not there for me. And maybe that's because of the song has no development as well. It's still kind of flat, and I know you wanted to say something by it, and it's nice, but in compare of the rest, I don't know. I think that's a pity thing that you made 3 minutes and 33 seconds long and not 3 minutes, or maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That would be even better. But it is what it is. The song is still good, and as I say, I like to hear it for the first time, but I just can't keep focus. I just can't. Next song. Skywalker, Way Down. You all know I'm a big fan of this band. I like the style they play. I'm really glad that they're Czech. A few years ago, a few months ago, I didn't know that, and we had a great chat about that with Jay in my interview. It's like a year ago, when he probably very first time heard about Eurovision, and I'm really glad that since then the development of this band was they sent something really good at Eurovision. Here are my first impressions. If I try to be honest, even with myself, this song has the best development inside. It's the most mature song I've heard. It's the best lyrics. It has the whole energy and the structure it should have. And I know that for maybe you will say, well, we had Blind Channel last year Eurovision. I don't care, first of all. And the second of all, this is very different subgenre than Blind Channel, which were the pure new metal, pop metal maybe. But this is more like back to the roots, raw thing. And honestly, if you won't tell me this is a Czech song, I wouldn't believe you. It's just wow, it's going to be in my playlist for a long time, I would say. And it's good from the very first note until the very last verse. Everything you expect in a very good way. Studio version, well, to be really honest, now after a week of listening, I know that they have better songs already, but I like this as well. It's like evolution. I always like to hear it. I maybe like it even better to hear than I was the first time listening to it. But there is something which I don't understand either. Why is it too long? Eurovision song can be maximum 3 minutes anyway. It would even help the structure of the song, but I like the song anyway. But I don't know, I really would like to hear the Eurovision version, because that's what we are going to have at Eurovision. And live performance. Well, speaking of live performance, let's watch my first impression. Okay, I love the band, I love the style, but I like the atmosphere. I like the authenticity of it. I like the stage presence in here. I like the energy. I adore it. That works, it's it. I got the goosebumps, that's always a good sign. I'm saying it all the time. It's a full package thing, you don't need to do too much about it. I'm not sure if Czech Television has the budget for the pyro effects. It deserves it. It doesn't need it, of course, but it deserves it. I as well would say that this has a potential outside our borders already, which I think that's very important factor as well. If this is a full package already, to send it abroad and just know that they can succeed. It's not just a shot sent, it's a full package, worked. It's not an experiment, it's not a try. It's here, and that's what it is. And I must say that after a week of listening to it and watching this as well should be considered, and it is a full package show thing. The best energy on stage. The guys know what to do, how to move, what they want to bring. It's them. There's nothing to say. It's very naturally sung. It's the best mix of the live performance as well. It's very raw, and that's what I like, because that's what I think as well can work at Eurovision. Regardless the genre, the thing, you know, the atmosphere, the emotion, the charisma, the, you know, this is it. This is it. It doesn't need too much fire and everything, but the guys are that good that they can sell it even in this live experiment the Czech television made, and it works anyway. Even in the ambient atmosphere which is created over them, which is not made for such songs normally, and it worked because they work. That's everything I want to say actually. So let's get to the final summary. Talking about songs, and after a week of listening, I still think this is a great quality contest. It is the same level of quality as ESCZ 2020, which was very, very strong, and in some way it's much better, and in some way I think it's worse. The better thing is on it that we have live performances as a thing which we should focus at and voting at, and they're the same as the studio versions, so it's not confusing. And what's much better that we know that all of the artists, and I mean all of them, can sing their own song perfectly, and that's much better than we had in 2020. There were two songs which their artists weren't that good at singing them. What is worse on this contest is, and that's maybe a bit heresy to say, there is nothing which stands out. All of them has an awesome quality. It's really hard to say which you're gonna vote for. Definitely is going to be hard for juries to choose from. In this way, most of those songs are the same level of quality. One song I think it's a bit downer, or it's not that great, but the rest of them they share the same level of quality, I would say. Nothing is better. You don't make it really easy for me to choose, but after the week of listening, I have 3 songs which stuck in my mind after all, even considering the live performances. And it's very hard to decide. The first one is Skywalker. It's full package. That's gonna work. They can have a big career abroad. I'm pretty sure that this can really help them to go to Eurovision. It even can help the Eurovision itself. Judy with Jezinki. This is a full package thing as well. It works. I like to watch it. It's mesmerizing. And I think that that's gonna work at Eurovision. Even it's experimental. It's more like interval act thing, maybe. But I like this attitude to go with something like this because it works. It works and it has big quality. And the third thing is Annabelle. And that's mostly because of the energy she has on the stage. And the song is super catchy in both versions. You always remember it. It's fast. Maybe it's not a Eurovision winner. Maybe it's not even top 10. But it's the finalist of Eurovision as the rest of those 3, I would say. For the rest, there is Valentine's. There is We Are Dummy. For the Valentines, I think they can bring even better songs next year. But if they're gonna win it, I think they still can make it to the finals. And We Are Dummy, if the staging and the stage presence will be worked at much better, that can make it too, because it's a great song. It's a great song by studio version. Well, and then there's other songs, Elise and Jordan, which I think the only one which I don't believe could make it to the finals is By Now, but Alice as well can make it, but it's not my favorite. But you know, this is super hard even after a week, which means that ESCZ is super strong contest, which I think this is the most important thing that happened in here, that this is super strong contest. Every single song has an awesome quality. Yeah, and even the one I said it doesn't have it, but it has, because we are here. And I think next year it's maybe going to be even more interesting, but I think to step the next level, we already have the quality music, we have the artist who wants to do it. We need to push things further in the way of advertising, marketing, making it bigger, nicer, less chaotic, more structured. And we are here. And of course the best what can happen is the live contest itself in the TV, because that can make people vote, all of them watching. Because this still has this pattern of how artists advertise it, and I would like to see how the broadcaster is the main advertiser of the show. But who I'm going to vote for? Who I'm going to vote for? If I'm going to choose by heart, I'm going to vote for Skywalker for sure. If I'm going to vote for what's stuck in my head for the most, I'm going to vote for Annabelle or We Are Dummy, but probably Annabelle because of the energy on the stage. That's the essential thing. That's the essential thing, because she's going to sing live on the stage at Eurovision. That's what I want to see. And if I'm going to vote for the thing which I think stands the most chance at Eurovision now, I'm going to vote for Judy. And this is a hard decision I'm going to make. It's a very, very hard decision I'm going to make, and I'll wait until the very, very end. But I'm very, very curious who you did vote for, or who you're gonna vote for in the rest of time. You should write it in the comments below. Hope you like this video. See you next time. Bye.